this episode of Olsem Wanem. I'm Florence John Duo. In tonight's episode, we take a look at how the government, through the Department of Works and donor partners, are working to improve major road infrastructure throughout the country. We feature the government's inspection of national highways, road developments in the New Guinea Islands, Highlands and Momase Regions, and the construction of missing road links.
In the last 5 years, the national government has invested close to 5 billion kina in road development throughout the country. Road networks like the Highlands Highway, the New Britain Highway, and other major road networks in cities, towns and districts have been given top priority for construction or redevelopment. In order to see these projects delivered, the national government, through the Works and Implementation Department, have been doing major inspections as per their mandate to see contractors deliver on time and, more importantly, deliver quality projects. The first inspection of 2017 was done on the Bulumensky Highway, where a delegation led by Works Minister Michael Nally and Secretary David Were visited. The second and major inspection was done on the Highlands Highway. It started at Kagamuga in Mount Hagen and ended in Ley, Morobe Province. During the inspection, the minister officially announced the government, through the Asian Development Bank, will release a total of 3 billion kina for the reconstruction of certain areas of the highway. This will be the first major works on the Highlands Highway since independence.
We've seen the road. From Hagen to Chuawe, there is some maintenance going on. Road is at acceptable standard, although more work needs to be done, but because we have the major work coming up with the 3 billion kina, the ADB funded project next year, what we, Department of Works, is doing is to make sure that the road at this stage is in good condition so that traffic and public can be assured or guaranteed that comfort to drive. So the Hagen to Chuawe section looks good, but from Chuawe to Ley, all the way to Young Creek is very bad.
The final inspection of 2017 was done on the Sepik Coastal Highway from Wewak to Aitape in West Sepik Province. The inspection, led by Minister Nally, travelled by road to see projects that were done by the department and its partners. They also inspected damages along the highway. The Sepik Highway to date remains one of the least maintained roads in the country. However, from the inspection, Minister Nally announced the government has listed it as a priority road for this year, given it is the only highway that connects PNG to Indonesia.
Something too, you must realize, even though road is bagrap, you mean lucky at least you got access stuff. Plenty of country blame all man merino sawe lo taya blocker, all sleep lo busia. So secretary mi lakam lo looking importance long. Awesome two province blame where me hook up with them nala country too long West Papua Indonesia. This is la one road as well international highway and me stop inside the country blame me. So this process where stop where me go back na ba me talk to lo Prime Minister tu na secretary wante mi lo basilan na bangla lulu lo wave lo gesetim di la road na look sawa sa memang la international highway blame me. Thank you.
Maintenance is a prolonged issue in the country. Given the country's geography, there are countless engineering challenges in construction of roads, as well as maintaining them. When we return after the break, we take a look at how the Department of Works with donor agencies are working on improving road links in the country.
Improving road networks has been a priority of the O'Neill-led government in the last 5 years. One major aspect of this is the opening of missing road links. Today, the government has embarked on a number of key projects, of which it has partnered with key stakeholders like the World Bank, the Asian Development Bank, and donor countries like Japan and Australia to see these projects delivered. One major project is the opening of missing links between Southern Highlands and the Gulf Province, which will also cut through rural areas in Morobe and Eastern Highlands. Missing links play a vital role in developing the economy. More importantly, it gives access to rural communities to reach government services as well as access to markets. One such area is Menyamya in the Morobe province. Tucked between mountain ranges, it stands as one of the least developed districts in the country, all because there are no proper roads into the district. The district is rich with fertile soil that produces many food crops. One of its major produce is organic coffee, which is not found elsewhere in the Momase region. However, for years, local farmers have not been able to sell the produce because of poor road access.
So only thing problem road. One flag a better road infrastructure and stuff. You told any kind of economic activities, 100% sure.
100% me black.
Garden produce to.
Ground room black to oral plan kai. That's a road that's all.
Center place na inside long district plomibla. No one black development service we by nabim like plomibla all man meri inside the district na all people inusai come up strong. Okay, what about plomibla long half na come Olsem long ya. Mibla sa take Olsem 3 hours and a half. Come up lo station. So Mary picking one time and Mibla sa take Olsem 5 hours. So carry more coffee bag when something come or picking sick and come miss him 5 hours. Me like him couple road blow you me must come up na link long one place blow you me water area. It must stop strong. This road is also important long mibla by safe long him. Time picnic sick or all mama point him heavy or all man put down lo DY or this line by safe easy close to low house low you mean.
The other missing links which the government has given prominence is the New Britain Highway between East and West New Britain. Others are the Ungai to Chuave Road, and more recently, the Teleforming to Tabobil Road, which the Prime Minister announced work has already begun.
I am led to believe that it has already started. The contractor, Star West, has already started the work, and I think first 4 or 5 kilometers is already some work has been done.
Given the current state of the economy, the government for now is targeting only priority roads. It has also indicated that roads that are economically viable will be given prominence. However, it maintains that when the economy is stable, all road projects, including missing links, will be finally open, which will give access to rural communities and, more importantly, contribute to the development of the country.
When we return after these short messages, we highlight a new road maintenance policy, which was piloted on the Hiritano Highway in the nation's capital.
In attempts to improve roads throughout the country, the government has embarked on a new policy that will take road maintenance to a whole new level. Called the Performance-Based Contract or PBC, this will now enable road developers to work along guidelines and deliver projects according to their contract. PBC has been a policy driven by the World Bank to see road projects are delivered to utmost standards and quality. The policy was launched last November on the Huitano Highway as a pilot project which will later be rolled out to other areas. Officiating the ceremony on behalf of the government, Central Governor Robert Agarobe turned the sword to launch the policy. Governor Agarobe says, given the poor condition of the highway due to maintenance issues, the PBC policy will go a long way in improving not only the highway but the livelihoods of thousands who depend on it.
Today, Central Province is the first province to launch this new concept under the government of Papua New Guinea and the World Bank Partnership Agreement, merit-based assessment. I believe that the key component of this project under this arrangement, the roads once sealed, will be under a long-term maintenance arrangement. As governor and major stakeholder in this road project, I welcome this new initiative and am happy that the process includes a merit-based approach to improve access and manage and implement rural service delivery in close collaboration with the Department of Works and respective stakeholders to achieve our common goal, which is to improve service delivery in rural areas in PNG and for me, Central Province.
For so long, it's been a trend. For so long, it's been a trend that we continue to put a little 10 million on a little section and expect the whole section to be in a functional, in a good condition. That's been the trend of funding road maintenance in this country. And I want to say that it has never worked and it will never work. We need to look at an approach that will work. We need to look at approaching road maintenance on a network. The Highlands Highway starts from Port Moresby, ends down in Kerema. It's not about fixing one 10-kilometer section and expecting the entire section to be in a good condition. I think that all way of thinking, all way of maintaining our roads have to go. So Department of Works, there's a policy shift in the Department of Works. We need to look at roads in a more business approach. We need to look at roads in a network approach. When we put in funds for road maintenance, we must look at fixing the entire section. So the program that is going to be implemented on a 112-kilometer section is the beginning of the policy arrangement, the contracting arrangements we're doing for many other road network throughout the country.
World Bank Country Representative Patricia Vivas Carter urged the road contractor to comply with the policy guidelines, as this will set the benchmark for road maintenance in the country.
We further commend the government on its willingness to pilot this performance-based contracting, which is also known as PBC. And again, global experience demonstrates that agencies, road agencies, which have adopted this approach, that they can actually have cost savings ranging from up to 10 to 40% compared to traditional in-house and conventional contracts. Now, the World Bank has been involved in supporting the upgrading of the Highlands Highway for over a decade, and hence we have a keen interest to make sure that this important asset is well maintained. And so today we're celebrating the actual start of the works using performance-based contracting. It is an important event not just for Central Province, but for road infrastructure in Papua New Guinea. 20 years ago, only 3 countries in the world used performance-based contracting. Today, 75 countries rely on these contracts, where a company is paid not only to rehabilitate a road, but also to maintain it. So rather than paying the contract after they put asphalt on the road and they leave, you actually have a contract that says, no, you have to be responsible for its maintenance. And you only will get paid if certain potholes, and actually I noticed a lot of potholes on this road, of a certain diameter, larger than a certain diameter, are filled on a timely basis. If you don't get paid. To make sure that the culverts are always clear, so there's proper drainage. To make sure that the vegetation along the road is of a certain height. So those are actually the standards against which the contractor is being measured and where the payment will be made. So it really encourages contractors not only to rehabilitate the road, but to, in order to get paid, to actually maintain it as well.
Later Late last year, the government announced a 3 billion kina reconstruction work to be done on the Highlands Highway. The reconstruction work will have 3 phases and will begin in Leh, Morobe Province and end at Kagamuga in the Western Highlands Province. Stanley Over Jr. with details when we come back.
Following the government's inspection of the Highlands Highway in October last year, it announced a major project will take place in the next 5 years. A 3 billion kina will be released under arrangements with the World Bank for major reconstruction along with other maintenance works.
Dila project now, Highlands Highway now, me like a 3 billion kina. Government loan is giving you me. Pamibla start construction, lo Tamblo lo Najab airport, na by can finish lo Kagamuga airport. 3 billion. Pami put him come out lo tender close to now. April number 4 moon, Pami start him construction.
Under the 3 billion kina funding, a slice of it will be put to reconstruct the Simbu section, which has been one of many engineering challenges for years, given the province's limestone terrain and waterlogged areas.
For the first time, the government is going to address this with this major investment through the loan funding. So our priority and focus is on Simbu. It's to do with the water, the massive water that flows from the mountain that saturates the clay type of soil that exists around there. And then when the water table reaches a certain height, it starts to create pressure and the whole mass of water keeps moving. So we've identified those locations with those streams now, the water sources. What we will do is to manage it with proper drainage systems. Subsoil drainage, that means under the ground there is also water there. We have designed drainage systems that will drain the underground water, as well as the surface water, as well as those streams coming from up there into the major drainage systems. And then that will keep the road formation dry always. Then you have a stable road. So that's the answer to the Simbu section. We have mobilized experts and they are doing this now. So I think we have a lasting solution to the engineering challenges, the geo-terrain conditions and weather conditions giving rise to these landmass movements we experience in the Simbu section.
The proposed reconstruction will start in Leh and end in Mount Hagen. Other areas like the Medang to Leh Highway will come under another component of the reconstruction.
We are thinking that every part of the Highlands Highway roads cannot be done. But let me put it very clearly to all of us that there's only a few west sections that we will spend a lot of money on, especially the Simbu section. Most of the section seems to be good. They are stable, except that we have more or less neglected these roads, I must say. Yes. Roads have a lifespan of, minimum 15 years. Some roads that are built up to standard and going past the standard can last up to 15, 20, depending on the traffic load they get. But I think for a lot of our roads, over the years we've built roads, but we have not maintained them. So, the price you pay for not maintaining these roads is double what you spend for doing periodic maintenance. So these are some lessons that we are learning.
A portion of the 3 billion kina will also be put to open missing road links. However, this will only be allocated to priority roads. All in all, the Works Department has again stressed on the importance of working in close partnership. Secretary David Were says, given the tough economy state and limited funding, the Works Department with its assets stands ready to partner key developers like the provincial and district administrations to deliver proper roads. And with the introduction of the performance-based contract and the input from all levels of governments and donor partners, road infrastructure in the country will improve.
We must work boom on them, look long. Little resource you got there, I'm proud of you and myself. You may spend him one little resource you may find him, you may try and work boom on them now. Look long, Wanem road you may now looking at the district level. Work some more building more capacity blow and now support blow Japanese government and more come inside now. Slowly you may got all equipment and more come inside. I think this lab, suppose you may start strong him now, put him resources go inside, works. And we got cost where we little now work and we can come up big plan. We got this opportunity, now facility, and we start Papua New Guinea to 22 provinces. No strong him position, na responsibility, look him Olsem. You may spend him one kina mark, work and we must come out. I think money now something government by giving, but commitment, dedicating him long, ensure him also value money stop ground. I think I'm stop on the I think Minister you may round long strong in this partnership, give him this message. You can work boom on them provincial government, provincial administrators, district administrators, how you may scaling, look so long. What amount of work can we start now? Consolidating effort. Teamwork, film also, you can maximize it. Outcome on little resource you may get.
And that's all we have for you this week. Until then, if you have any comments or stories you would like to share with us, please send us an email via the address now showing on your screen or visit our Olsem Wanem Facebook page. Until next week, I'm Florence John Duo, and on behalf of the entire Olsem Wanem team, thank you for watching and have a pleasant evening.